Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now guys, back in the day when you wanted to throw a jibe in the direction of a miscreant youth, you will say that youth lacks home training. That is what we used to say back in the day. Now this idiot boy that we're about to discuss in this narrative captures the very essence of that phrase. He lacks home training. So guys, I bring you this. Rufai's son mocks Ezekwesili. So this is the headline that we are contending with in this video. The son of Rufai, Nasir Rufai, the short little man from Kaduna State, is mocking the mighty Oby Ezekwesili. Apologies, by the way, for the way I'm pronouncing some names. I am not very good with names. So the headline again: Rufai's son mocks Ezekwesili. So now let's now find out what idiot boy is up to this time around. Bello El Rufai, the son of Governor Nasir El Rufai of Kaduna State, on Monday mocked former Minister of Education Oby Ezekwesili after she asked him to apologize for threatening to have sex with someone's mother on Twitter. The former World Bank vice president had also asked Bello to apologize for making acerbic comments laced with tribalism. Some of Ezekwesili's followers insulted Bello following her tweet, but she immediately cautioned them, saying she would not entertain insults on her timeline. Responding, however, Bello said, "No, Obi, this can't save you." Ezekwesili was one of the persons acknowledged by El Rufai in his autobiography titled The Accidental Public Servant. El Rufai wrote that Ezekwesili and her husband Chinedu kept an eye on his family during his trying times whilst he was being persecuted by the administration. The governor, who recently tested positive for COVID-19, has been off social media for some time. Meanwhile, El Rufai's son has continued to trend on Twitter for the second consecutive day after threatening to gang rape someone's mother. Trouble started after Bello took to Twitter to attack United States President Donald Trump over the handling of the COVID-19 pandemic. Bello said, "There is nothing as radioactive as an incompetent leader during a time of crisis. The United States of America is a case in point. A few states in Nigeria too." However, a Twitter user named Consigliere with the handle, then he goes on to give the guy's handle, said Bello should rather focus on Nigeria's president, Major General Muhammadu Buhari, retired. He insisted that the American president was miles ahead of Buhari and even Bello's father El Rufai in terms of quality of leadership. Consigliere wrote, "He, Bello, can't call Buhari out for his ineptitude, yet he's calling Trump names. Did he vote Trump?" El Rufai's son, however, decided to rain expletives on the man who disagreed with him and also insult his ethnicity. He tweeted, "Tell your mother I am passing her to my friends tonight. No Igbo sounds, please." Not done, the younger El Rufai sent a private message to Consigliere saying it was obvious that he was attacking Buhari because he is Igbo. Bello further stated that Buhari was completing the second Niger bridge in the southeast, a feat which former President Goodluck Jonathan could not attain despite being supported by the Igbos. He also insulted the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu. He tweeted, "Your mother is the main WHORE of the Southeast. I can't reply you publicly. M0CK Kanu, and take a picture of the second Niger bridge. Thanks to Buhari. My mentions are mine. If a Sunday BASTARD makes up lies and drags my father, his mother will be game. If he doesn't want it, he shouldn't mention me. The crowd has never faced me. Truly your mother's son. Does he still earn by earning 2,019 naira per SUCK at Azikwe Street, Aba local government? Tell her to wear mask and gloves whilst doing it due to this pandemic. The person whose tweet Bello was directed at expressed shock at the insult, explaining that he wasn't even Igbo. So the hatred of the Igbos, so we start from here, the hatred for the Igbos amongst these people is palpable and it's never ending. These people absolutely detest the Igbo people, and it's quite funny the dynamics of the Nigerian space. Actually, if you take the temperature of the Nigerian space, the people that the Igbos detest the most are the Yorubas. For whatever reasons, they are blaming the Yorubas for the civil war, even though the civil war was weighed upon them by the Nigerian state led by the Northerners, but they are blaming it on Awolowo and the Yorubas, and they absolutely detest the Yorubas. But the people that they should detest, who are the Northerners, they don't detest them as much as they detest the Yorubas. But the people that actually detest them the most are the Northerners. They absolutely detest. They absolutely and categorically and palpably and almost eternally detest the Igbos. They absolutely hate them. There's absolutely no question about that. So now this guy now has just seen a name that is not Yoruba, and he knows it's not from the north. So you say, this one is an Igbo, and he knows that the Igbos, they hate them anyway, because the Igbos really, I'm not going to say they hate everybody because they'll come charging at me now, but I don't think the Igbos particularly like anybody that is not really Igbo within that Nigerian space. I think I can comfortably say that they don't trust the Yorubas because they call them Koni Koni Wayo Wayo, and they absolutely detest the Northerners because they just see them as killers and brutal people effectively. So but the thing really is and by the way, the Yoruba people, they don't really have that much of an issue with anybody, because the Yoruba people, their own thing is just, let's get this Nigerian thing right and everybody will eat, because there's enough within that country to build a fantastic nation. And this is really the Yoruba argument, because the Yorubas, they don't especially detest the Northerners, they just see them as greedy and stupid. And the Yorubas, they don't especially detest the Igbo man, they just see them as also greedy and sly. But you can be greedy and sly, but if you can outsmart the Yoruba man, then good luck to you. And if you can't outsmart him, then too bad for you. But the Yorubas, they don't really fundamentally detest anybody, but the hatred really from those there are several tribes within the Nigerian space, but if we just break it down into just the two main tribes, the hatred from the Igbos and the Northerners for each other is palpable. But then again, the Northerners, they don't especially detest the Yorubas. They feel they can work with the Yorubas. Some of them even like the Yorubas, but they absolutely detest the Igbo people. They hate them, they hate them, and they hate them. And this is going back to the first coup, the Aguiyi and all this kind of, is going back to when the Saudanas was killed and all this kind of thing. So this is a age-long issue, and the hatred of the Igbos, of course, is going back to the Civil War. This is going, I think, 60 years and odd now. This is something that people are still not letting go. And by the way, a lot of the people that are now carrying this thing with so much fervor, they were not even born then. Some of them, even their fathers were not even born, because you find people in their 20s and 30s having this fervent dislike of each other, which they cannot really tell a narrative that underpins it, because they have no history of it. They've just been brought up in that climate that you hate the Northerners and you distrust the Yorubas, and that is just the mindset that they go with, and it's enyi by enyi and fulu fulu and whatever it is. All this, this is a very parochial sort of mindset. Anyway, conversations in the comment section, we're talking about Rufai's son and the goings on in that space. Come share thoughts. But before you do that, click on the red subscribe button so it turns gray. Bell button notifies you every time I drop a new video. Then come tell me what you are making of this ill brought up boy. He has no home training, is how I started with. Come tell me what your take is on this boy in the comment section. So I'll leave you here. Carry this conversation on with you in the comment section. As I'm losing my voice, I'll say peace.